Hey guys, JV here with Level Up Gaming, welcoming you to our new show where we pick our favorite bits of video game news over the past week and share them with you. First off, there are so many games out to play right now, and it's really weird because it's January, and January is usually one of the slowest months of the year. Right now, we've got Resident Evil 7, Yakuza 0, Kingdom Hearts, and Tales of Berseria, which are all new games that just came out. I'm not playing the latter two just because they're not really my games, but there's just so much to play right now. We've got the Overwatch update, Year of the Rooster, Lunar New Year, that I'm playing a lot of as well. There's just so much. On top of that, we got the Halo Wars 2 beta. I've been putting a lot of time into that. I got an opportunity to play the Sea of Thieves alpha, which I can't talk about at all, but I did play it and I really enjoyed what I played. And then this weekend, I've got the For Honor closed beta. Unfortunately, my code doesn't work, so I'm trying to get that figured out. And also the Conan Exiles alpha. And so there's just a lot of things to play right now. It's hard to choose, and I find myself just playing a little bit of everything. And it's crazy because the first half of the year is usually the slowest part. I mean, you can look at June and July as really the slowest 2 months of the year, no matter what. But January is starting to become a little more crowded when you have games like Resident Evil 7 coming out and Yakuza 0, which are pretty big. People are really enjoying those games. They're getting critical acclaim, and I hope this trend continues. I don't want to have a slow part of the year at all. Honestly, there's just so much to look forward to from now through May, and that's exciting. I hope this trend continues. Next, we got a new Mass Effect trailer for Andromeda, and it is so good. This one focuses a little more on the story, which we haven't seen a lot of up to this point. We just know that, there's an Andromeda initiative going to a new, star system and all of that stuff. But now we know Habitat 7 is New Earth, and this is kind of the last final chance for humanity to find a new place in Andromeda. We also know that the Nexus, which is the big, almost Citadel-like ship that's in Andromeda, is marooned, and that's a huge issue. And we know that it's running out of power, so we've got small little story elements here that we can start putting those pieces together to figure out what's going on. I just really love how Mass Effect and EA, BioWare are revealing this stuff. It feels like a nice steady stream, something new every single week that we can look forward to. Also in the trailer, we run into the Ket, which are a new alien race. They are pretty much, as we know, the antagonists. We've seen them a little bit before, but now we get a closer look at the big bad villain. His name is Archon, and he wants to burn us. Apparently he's got the best of the crew in some form or fashion. We don't know exactly, but you can tell that the Tempest goes in where it shouldn't go, and of course we meet this big bad guy. I'm sure that's going to be towards the beginning of the game, and then the rest of the game we're going to figure out how to stop this guy. We also get the best look so far at new squad mates, and there's a lot to go through. We've got Liam and Cora, which are the two human squad mates, kind of like Ashley and Caden if you think about it that way, that came with Ryder on the Ark Hyperion. We have Drac the Krogan. We've seen him before, but we get a closer look this time, and he just looks awesome. Again, we see Vetra the Turian. We get to hear a little bit of her dialogue, just one line, but that's very exciting for a lot of people. And of course, PB the Asari. And so that makes up 6 squad members. I don't know if that's going to be the final count, but if it is, I'll be satisfied. But I do want to see a little bit more. The original Mass Effect, I will remind you guys, only had 6 squad mates. And so they really bumped up the scale in Mass Effect 2 and then lowered it actually a little bit in Mass Effect 3, but they may be going back to the original kind of 6 squad mates there. Again, I'd love to see more. We'll have to see. We also see the Solarian pilot Calo Jath, which is cool. We've heard from him a little bit in the Andromeda initiative, and it was interesting. I didn't see the Ryder sibling in any of the scenes in this trailer. It was just the male Ryder, not the female Ryder. So I don't know about that. That's kind of weird. I thought she was going to play a bigger role. Maybe she just wasn't in these scenes. We also see a new reptile-looking race called the Angara, and we don't really know if they're a friend or foe at this point, but there is a scene where we land on some Angaran planet, if I had to guess, and we have to talk to the Angarans, and they look really cool. Not to mention there's a new Andromeda Initiative video. It's 3 minutes long that goes really in depth with the Pathfinder, the Ryder, brother and sister, Liam and Cora, pretty much all the humans on Ark Hyperion. So that's something I'm definitely going to look into and maybe have a video for you guys very soon. Next up, there's going to be a new Avengers game coming sometime. I'm sure we can't anticipate it this year, maybe not even next year, but Square Enix and Marvel are teaming up. And this is kind of interesting because you don't think of Square Enix as the company to take on a big IP like this, but then again, we didn't expect Insomniac to make the next Spider-Man game, which is something we should look forward to this year. Anyways, there's a new CGI trailer that shows some really familiar elements like like Thor's hammer and Iron Man's gauntlet, and we have some dialogue talking about, we need heroes, the world needs heroes, and they just need to reassemble. If you didn't know, Square Enix is a big publisher and they've got a lot of developers underneath their wing, and the two that are mentioned in the trailer are Eidos Montreal and Crystal Dynamics. Crystal Dynamics is most notably known for, obviously, Tomb Raider and that franchise. We're talking about Tomb Raider Legends when it started coming, into, I would say, the more modern era of consoles and whatnot, and 3D and all that. And then, of course, the reboot of Tomb Raider, they're also responsible for that. Eidos Montreal worked on those new Tomb Raider games, the new reboot games, and of course they made Deus Ex, the new games, and also Thief. So they've been very busy in the past, 6-7 years. Overall, I think they're in good hands. I think it's a lot better than the really crappy Marvel games we've gotten in the past, and I think Marvel's making a very strong, smart push, and incorporating all of this with their movies and the cinematic universe is very, very smart. That's it for the news. Let's talk about new releases that are coming out in the next week, and there are a few, but nothing really remarkable, and so the only one that I picked out is Hitman, the complete first season, which is a really good Hitman game. It's a really good return to what Hitman was all about, just big open worlds, exploring around, finding tools to assassinate your target in a variety of ways. It's a really solid game, and if you didn't check out the new Hitman, then the complete first season is a great way to get into that. So like I said, there's not much else that I was super interested in. We are going to get a nice flux of new games in the middle of February, which is exciting, and then into March and Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm just really excited for the first half of this year. So that's it for this week, but I'd love to hear from you all in the comment section below. What games are you playing right now? There's been a ton of new releases, like I said, in the past week, and so many betas, just so much stuff to try out. I'd love to hear what you guys are spending your time playing in the comment section below.
Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for constant updates on when we're uploading new content. Check out our website at levelupgmg.com, where you'll find complete libraries of every single video we upload moving into the future. Also, if you're feeling generous, consider supporting us further through our Patreon. Becoming a patron allows you to engage with us directly and unlock exclusive content like monthly Q&A videos. So visit our Patreon if you'd like to learn more. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and click subscribe if you haven't already for more tips and tricks and gaming related videos. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Level Up Gaming.